Hello there, and welcome to TerraFirmaCraft. Well, specifically, Serious Firmacraft. I hope you're having a wonderful day, because, well, I am. So, let's get started. TerraFirmaCraft, if you are unfamiliar with it, is a realistic, and yes, that's supposed to be quotation marks, survival mod. You have, well, seasons, nutritional requirements, temperatures and climates, and thankfully, all the stuff you're going to need for TerraFirmaCraft is built right into the menu. So you can search anything you need within the game without needing to go elsewhere. First thing you notice I'm doing is I'm gathering stones and rocks. I cannot punch down trees. Does not work. You need to craft stone tools to get started. And that's where you need rocks. This is the knapping screen. Knapping is the process of taking two stones, usually flaky stones, flint, shale, bang them together, and this is how you make stone tools. This is how Neolithic tools were made, and how arrowheads, stone arrowheads were made. So here, that is a stone knife. I'm also going to want to make a stone axe. And I remember, well, I know all these recipes because, truth be told, this is the 4th time recording episode 1. Every time I go to record an episode, I record a full episode, and then I find something I want to change. So first I did just TerraFirmaCraft, and then I found Auto TerraFirmaCraft, which is TerraFirmaCraft with Create. Now I'm on Serious Firmacraft, which is TerraFirmaCraft with Create and a number of other mods and built-in complementary shaders. And that muskox is giving me the evil eye. When you are chopping down trees in TerraFirmaCraft, it will chop down the entire tree for you when you chop down the bottom block. Now, you notice I didn't get any saplings. All the leaves despawned at once. If you make a hoe, which I should probably do, and like the knife, you can actually make 2-in-1 craft. You can actually mine leaves and get sticks, but rarely you will also get saplings. If you notice, I actually have 3 bars above my hotbar. Well, 4 if you include the XP bar. The red one is my health. The blue one is my thirst. You need to drink fresh water. This is all salt water. You drink that, your thirst will drop. But if you drink water like here, your thirst will be replenished. And there's a good way to tell if the water is fresh, and that is by the different plant life growing in the water. If you see cattails or marigolds, then it's safe. If you don't, you might not want to try it. And there are a lot of these ravines in TerraFirmaCraft World Gen, so you have to be very careful, because if you fall, you're kind of in trouble. Every block has gravity. Just like that. I should be able to drink this. Yep, that water is fresh. My hunger hasn't dropped yet, but it will. Oh, here's some tomatoes. So you can harvest the tomatoes. And if you see, it has saturation, water, and a vegetable value. When I eat this, my vegetable bar will go up by 1.5 units, but everything else will drop by about half a unit. And that's going to happen every time you eat. Whatever you eat, that bar will go up, and whatever you don't eat, that bar will go down. And you notice these have expiration timers on them. Food rots. So we're gonna have to, well, find clay, make a basic pit kiln, which I'll show you when we get to that. and make some vessels so we can store our resources, and that helps preserve food just a bit longer. So it's gonna start getting dark. I'm gonna keep exploring. There's a lot to explore. I'll bring you back when we're ready to make a pit kiln, or when I find something interesting. And here we have clay. We're actually gonna need quite a bit of it early game. In addition to building blocks that we can make with clay, such as bricks, we're also gonna need it to make vessels, jugs, and molds. Once we have 5 clay balls, we can actually open the napping screen and, just like with stone, craft our items. I like to craft 3 vessels and 1 jug to start with for inventory management, and so I can carry water with me. Once we get enough copper or bronze, we will need to make molds in order to cast our first alloys and make our first tools. But we won't be able to use any of these clay items until after we make a pit kiln and fire them. So we're gonna go and, well, build a pit kiln, show you how it works. Okay, to make a pit kiln, you first, well, clear an area so you don't wind up with a forest fire. And then you need to hold your thing you want to put in the kiln and press V. Shift V. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that setting. Okay, now it's working. I'm gonna have to go through and change a lot of settings. And now, so you have your items in the pit kiln, or well, what will become a pit kiln. You then put 8 straw, and you get straw by taking a knife or hoe and breaking grass. Next, you need 8 logs, just like that. And then you need some sort of fire starter. In this case, I'm literally making a fire starter, which you use by shift and right clicking. And now we have a fire going. If you can read the tooltip, it says time left 7 minutes and 50 seconds. It takes 8 minutes or 8 hours in Minecraft time to finish firing. When that's done, I will be able to pick up the unfired ceramic jugs, vessels, all that fun stuff, and be able to access them. I don't remember if I said this earlier, but I'm really excited to be playing. Oh boy. I am really excited to be playing TerraFirmaCraft again. This was the last mod I played before I took my 9-year hiatus from Minecraft. It was my favorite at the time. I've wanted to play it for a while, and I just found out that it does have a 1.18 version. So that's what we're playing here. Otherwise, I would have had to go back to the 1.7 version, which is what I initially played it on. And the kiln is done, and we now have fired vessels. Now, right now, these are too hot to open, but once they cool, we will be able to store items in them. Each item has a weight, which is represented by the scales and the word next to it. So in this case, light, and a size. This rye is small. In addition, we have this jug, which is useful because we can use it to carry water. There we go. We can finally open it. And now, if you see, these tomatoes have 5 days left. Put them in here. They now have 11 days and 10 days. It essentially doubles how long they will last. You can put the tomatoes into your crafting grid and combine them, and they will use the lower duration, but this way you can combine stacks and cut down on inventory space. I'm just going to toss these in the vessel to take up less inventory. Likewise, I'm going to do that with these seeds, since inventory is kind of at a premium at the start. I need to find a location I like and set up a base. Now, I am looking for a plains-ish area near a river because rivers give running water. And we're playing with create. It's a perfect place to put a water wheel. Ooh, we found some gold. Nice. Now, if we can find some silver, we can actually make use of the alloying mechanic. So, if I use JEI here, I can open up the gold and show you gold plus copper gives you rose gold. Or gold plus silver plus copper gives you black bronze. But you notice these percentages, they have to be correct, otherwise you get unknown alloy, which is utterly worthless. And I may have made a little mistake in my episode that I'm not sharing because I started on a different mod pack. But I went to make black bronze and I had 17% gold, 10% silver, and 73% copper. And so I got nothing. So we're getting a little hungry and I just finished up with my second pit kiln. So we have a bunch of vessels that are too hot to open, but I also made a bowl. What you can do is using, well, technically any food you have. In this case, I'm going to use one of the pumpkins, one of the carrots. Actually, I might use more than just one. Let's see. Okay, carrot, cabbage, potato. I want to break this pumpkin, and I saw, yep. So normally pumpkins have no nutrition unless you process them. Here in this mod pack, you can cut them down into pumpkin chunks, which provide you with fruit. Remember our nutrition, I've eaten one potato, so everything else dropped, but vegetables went up, and therefore my health went down. If you shift right click, you can create the salad menu. Go and put all these in here. And that produces a healthy salad with 3.8 points of vegetables and 0.8 of fruit. Creating a salad will boost your nutrition by 75 or 80% of the actual value of the food. So this potato adds 1.5, so you're not getting the full 1.5, but you combine multiple things so that when you eat, you meet multiple nutritions in one go. There you saw my max nutrition, my max health went up because my fruit and vegetables went up even though my grain and protein went down. Ooh, this is interesting. So one of the mod packs does add ruins and other structures. And we have urns here, and urns can hold resources. So this has some copper in it. I keep an eye out for more of those. And have to keep an eye out for all these holes in the ground too. As I said, TerraFirmaCraft, the terrain, it can be extremely dangerous. You must keep your eye out because you will fall down holes and you might not make it back. Was I? Okay, apparently when I hold shift, I lay down. But what about... Okay, now I'm holding shift and I'm standing. And crouching. What did I... Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's registering as a double click is making me lay down. Or what? But that's new. Ooh, another structure. I'm not sure which mod is adding this. Oh, it's like a it's a wagon, but it's kind of falling apart a bit. Nothing in the chest. Urn had some melon seeds and some cobwebs. It's got some create seats and okay, this is very important. Thatch beds. You can't sleep on them, but they allow you to set your spawn. Without a thatched bed, creating an actual bed is very difficult. You need cloth, wool or silk, and to get wool you need wool yarn, and to get wool yarn you need wool, and to get wool you need sheepskin or shears. Yeah, we're not gonna have a bed for a very long time unless I go hunting sheep. Maybe goats. But yeah, that's not happening right away. So we're gonna just click this and set our spawn. So if we die, we're going to respawn right over here instead of all the way up there. Large vessel has nothing in it. Let's take it. I think I should be able to pick it up without pick. Yes, good. Because ooh, I can actually wear it on my back. Cool. Because that's a pretty good inventory. And let's break this and Kaolite. I have no idea what this is. Kaolite, assuming I'm saying that correctly, is used to make fire clay, and fire clay is used to make crucibles, and you need crucibles in order to make hotter melting metals. Iron, steel, that sort of thing. We can't use it yet, but we're going to save it because I don't remember how hard it is to find. Alright, this is where we're going to set up a base. It's a nice location. It's got plenty of room to expand, so I can do plenty of farms. I can build a barn and everything. We've got a river right here to give us access to flowing water. Because in TerraFirmaCraft, the rivers actually flow. You can see the water moving that way. And so I can build out some water wheels and make use of the flowing water. And I just realized how low my health actually, my hunger is. So let's not waste any time. Let's make a fireplace. There we go. Now we have a fire. Pick up the pot, stick that on. I have water in my inventory. Put the water in. Let's put a few logs on to keep the fire burning. There's seeds. That is not something I want to eat. Oh, I put all my food in here. This is awesome, by the way. Large vessels, you can seal them and it extends their how long they stay for. How long they're preserved for. Quickly just eat a carrot so I don't starve to death while I'm talking. Okay. So now we can click on the pot here. Toss in all these ingredients and it will start to boil. And when it's done, it should make 3 portions of soup for me. I say should because there are a few changes with this mod over the mod I played yesterday, literally. And so we'll see what that does, but this is a very good way to get an early food source and also, well, to get water. So back over here, we're going to build a house. I'm going to be using wattle and daub, which is it's fairly easy to make. 2 logs on top of each other to make these wattle stick supports, and then if you take 4 sticks, we'll make it a solid block, and you can build up with that. You can then make daub, made with clay and mud, or clay, dirt, and straw. And then by clicking the daub onto the block, not like that, it will turn it into a wattle and daub wall, which you can then dye using, well, flowers. You need to, of course, grind the flowers down into the dye, but you can make dye that way. You see behind me, there's a tree with some pink leaves on it. That's a cherry tree. And it is actually getting close to, well, it is in the process of flowering. Oh. Haha. Not only is it in the process of flowering, it's actually fruited. Now they're cherries. And that will provide me some fruit. And I wish I had noticed that it had already flowered. because I would have tossed more fruit into my soup. But we'll just toss these in here. And, alright, so look at the cherries. 5 days until they spoil. We seal it, it's now 11 days. So this will increase the time that food lasts for. And then if we dig a hole, we build a root cellar, we can store it under there and it will last even longer. There are other food preservation methods, including pickling. And, well, we'll get to that eventually. We're nowhere close yet. Oh, my soup's done. Means I can now click it with a bowl. Yep, it gave me 3. And like before, you can hover over it. It shows you how much water, saturation, and what nutrition it'll feed you. So there we go. I'm going to get started on building my base. I'm going to build it in segments because I don't have the resources to build it. I'm going to build like a 1-room cabin now, and over time add on to it until I have a manor. But I'm going to go out, gather resources, and get started. I'm actually going to run back to that wagon we found earlier. It is a little ways away, but I want the bed, I want the chest, and I'm sure we can find 1 or 2 other things there that can be of use. So that's what we're going to do today, provided we don't fall into a ravine and kill ourselves. In order to start making our home, both wattle and daub and bricks that we're going to need, we need mud, which is, well, this brown stuff I'm standing on. It does come in a number of varieties. We have silty loam here, but there's also silty, loamy, sandy loamy, and that's silty loam, sandy loam, loam, and silt. And they have slightly different colors, but the bricks you make with them are pretty much always the same. They might have a slightly different color. But yeah, so we're gonna gather up a bunch of mud here, and go back and make some bricks and make some daub. Okay, so every 4 silt bricks will make 1 brick block, and these blocks need to dry. They take 24 minutes per block to dry. So if you're going to be crafting up a home, you're going to need to dry a lot of bricks. Well, I do have enough copper to make 3 tools. I don't think I want to spend all that copper on just 3 tools, so we'll come back to that in a bit. In the meantime, I am going to want an axe head, a saw blade, and technically I'm going to want a hoe for gathering saplings. I must have missed it right here. And I'm taking hungry because I took too long to eat. Taking hungry? Taking damage because I took too long to eat. Well, that helps my nutrition a bit. My vegetables is perfectly high, but protein and grain is pretty low. Should probably see about fixing that soon. But still got a lot of bricks to lay out. Of course, it's still dark out. I did increase the gamma because, well, upon checking the video settings, this was all the way down at moody. That's too dark and actually hurts my eyes. So I bumped up to 70. So now I can actually see even at nighttime. And, better yet, you guys can see even at nighttime. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Bismuth, I've said before, you need to make bismuth bronze. Now I just need to find some zinc Well, and a lot more bismuth than just one little piece. And then this is limestone, which is used to make flux, which is used to make lime and a number of other things. So we're going to collect some of this limestone also. But we do gotta be careful over here because I did see a bear. Thankfully, he was asleep and did not see me. Bears think I'm tasty, so I don't want to meet them anymore. I'm being chased by a bear. And he's not... Oh, he's speeding up. Yeah, you go down that way in the stream and I'll go this way. Okay, he does not feel like letting me go. Ooh, what's this? Gypsum. Okay. I think we're clear. Here we are, just a little bit later. Sapphirite. I think I said that correct. This is zinc. So now, provided we can get back all the way over here, home, without meeting Mr. Bear again. It is nighttime. Bears sleep at night, wolves sleep during the day, so you will always have to worry about trouble. Provided we can get back safely, we can craft some bismuth bronze and start making some tools. Hi there, Future Arc Wolf here. I am editing together the video and it's about an hour long. I want to avoid videos longer than about 35 minutes, so we're actually going to split this into 2 parts. In the next part, we are going to be covering, well, making our first alloys, building a farm, and setting up a grindstone. But before we end today, I just want to talk about what my plans are with this series. I'm not going to be replacing any Vault Hunters, and this is probably not going to be a weekly series. I cut down from 3 episodes to 2 for a reason. So this is going to be more of a as time permits. If, well, like in this current case where I have enough footage for 2 episodes, we'll have one every week. But I'm really going to only aim for about 1 episode every 2 weeks. However, if this turns out to be a very popular series, that can always change. That said, I am very excited to be playing TerraFirmaCraft again. It was my favorite mod pack back in the day, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It's going to take a while for me to get used to it again. There's a lot to relearn. Thankfully, it looks like a lot hasn't changed. A few things, obviously, more animals and whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Later.